www.trunkmountregime.com. Hi, thanks for tuning in. I'm Mike Cooley. Behind the camera is Jesus Christ. We have Carol over here looking at porn. And Usha's back there somewhere making a beat. So, just as a little intro, I think I'm the first one to do a video for this. What up, my bandmates? Lazy fuckers. But yeah, every day we're going to be putting videos up. Each of us have a day. It'll be sweet. Tune in. You can follow us on www.twitter.com/trunkmound or myspace.com/trunkmoundregime or youtube.com/trunkmoundregime. For my video, I was trying to think of what to do, and I was on the internet today on allhiphop.com and read an article about Gladys Knight. She's like the latest old head to come out bad-mouthing hip-hop music. And kind of bothered me a lot of the stuff that she said for a couple reasons. First of all, I feel like, especially like if you're an R&B artist who's been sampled numerous times by rappers and you have a problem with hip-hop, well, what happened when you got the royalty checks from when Wu sampled you or Scarface sampled you or whoever? Did you cash them? Did you buy something with them? You know, if you really had a problem with the you know, the vulgarity in the music, as she says in the article, or, you know, had a problem with how it portrayed people or whatever, then why are you profiting off of it? But the quote that really pissed me off was when she said that it's done nothing to elevate our industry musically. I mean, to my knowledge, I don't think any genre has done as much to bring other genres together and combine them and build off of that as hip-hop has. I mean, if you think about it, hip-hop is really a culmination of every genre of music ever, which, I mean, in my opinion, is what makes it the best, because there's no boundaries. You know what I mean? You can sample from country, you can sample from R&B, you can sample from rock, whatever, and you can build off of that. And also, I mean, you know, I don't know if she's ever heard of Black Alicious or, you know what I mean, like a lot of other artists, like more independent underground artists who really do some phenomenal things. I mean, look at somebody like Rozelle. You know, like you're telling me Rozelle hasn't elevated the industry musically. You're telling me Gift of Gab hasn't elevated the industry musically. Just, it doesn't make a lot of sense to me. And what I always think about when people like, you know, Gladys Knight or Bill Cosby come out and they say these things about hip-hop and how it's such a negative thing and it has no redeeming qualities and this, that, and the other, is that, I mean, I'm speaking as a white dude. I grew up in a high school where the Ku Klux Klan demonstrated outside of our high school when I was a junior. And if it wasn't for hip-hop music, I would know virtually nothing about black history at all. I would just know what, you know, the Kettering City School District taught me about history in general. And I think that I don't think that I'm alone in that. I think there's a lot of people that are my age, you know, white kids that grew up listening to hip hop and, you know, maybe had, you know, maybe grandparents that were racist or maybe even parents that were racist, and hip-hop broke them of that cycle, you know what I mean? Maybe they're the first people in their family to not be like that, or to have shaken some of those, you know, stereotypes that their parents, grandparents, great-grandparents, whoever had. And so that's just my little 2 cents. I think that hip-hop has done, you know, for me personally and for, I would imagine, a lot of other people, a lot more than what people give it credit for. And I guess I don't know what people like Bill Cosby or Gladys Knight or whoever gain from saying otherwise. I mean, I don't know if they're just not paying attention to what's really going on. I mean, I guess if you hear a Gucci Mane song or something like that, maybe your automatic thing is like, oh, this is terrible. You know what I mean? Stereotypes, blah 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 blah. But a lot of rappers like Gucci Mane or, you know, whoever do a lot for their communities too. So you know, you got to look at that. And I just think that you know, hip hop music has done more to cross racial boundaries and musical boundaries than any other genre has ever done, and probably will ever do in the future. So yeah. hop music.